The JB Web Show proudly presents to you the new ability to time travel. Time travel has always been possible. If you're a human being, simply let time pass. Just exist while doing nothing, and time will pass. And you will have successfully time traveled. This is another enlightened moment brought to you by the JB Web Show. Seen everywhere in the world. Time travel now possible. Welcome back to the JB Web Show. That's Radiohead in the background. Thank you. Great sounds from across the pond. Hey, I am JB Webb. Thanks for tuning in. I have a great interview today with an artist couple here in Orlando, Mr. Ralph Verano and Miss Tracy Burke. And welcome to the show, both of you. Hello, how are you? Good. Okay, good. So, you guys have very different styles as far as your artwork go, and that's really the big thing that I think is interesting. So, for people that may not have seen your work or independent work as of yet, how would you, if you had to, and I know it's hard to classify yourself as an artist, but what would you say, Ralph, your style of art is?
I think I consider myself more of an illustrator, so my work tends to be somewhat linear.
Very symmetrical, yeah.
Yeah, kind of graphic. I deal mostly with characters, so it's a lot of it is faces carried on from my childhood when I just started drawing cartoons and strange characters. So. Oh,
that's cool. Okay. Yeah, and I normally do like to ask people how they kind of first got involved in art, but so that's cool. So ever since you were young, you really had an affinity for making different characters or creating these different types of illustrations. So, Tracy, what about you? How, if you had to classify your art, how would you classify it? Because I've seen your work, and it is very realistic. And so the same question to you: how would you classify your art, and then how did you first get involved in art when you were younger?
I would say primarily I was interested in the figure, a lot of portrait studies. And when I came to dead ends, I would experiment more with color and shape and pattern, and that's how I got into my abstracts. I really have two lines of work. A lot of the abstracts go to hotels and like the Amway Center and stuff like that. But when I bring it back, I really like working on portraits. That's really where my heart is. But I got started back in elementary school. I think there was an art teacher that noticed my work, hung it up in a local fair, and it was always in the back of my mind. I was raised as a competitive ice skater, so it was always second fiddle. But I ended up going to college for art, and
well, that's pretty cool.
Got out of college and went into some other stuff, but came back and pursued art as a career.
Yeah, well, that's pretty interesting background. So, I mean, the real thing that I wanted to kind of understand between the two of you is your artwork together kind of a symbiotic, or do you guys kind of feed off of each other in any particular way as far as inspiration?
Well, I think it's always like we have somebody constantly working on that in the room. If there's always artwork going on in the house, you kind of feel pressured.
Right.
When I want to sit down and watch a movie, sit on the couch and veg out for the night, if he's working on something, I got to pick up the paintbrush and start something. I feel like a vegetable if I don't.
Okay.
How about you?
Okay, so cool. So it's not so much, it's just more the activity of art is inspiring in itself. So that's pretty cool. So, Ralph, you kind of propel her and vice versa. Does it work the same way for you, Ralph? Or do you get inspiration out of her actual artwork, or how does it work?
Yeah, I don't think we inspire as much each other with our artwork as much as what Tracy said, just being able to do it more often because our styles are so different. I think the best thing about our relationship friendship is the fact that we are able to actually give each other feedback on stuff while we're working on it.
Yeah.
That's a really helpful thing that we have.
Yeah, no, that's really insightful. So okay. So that's cool. Yeah, and I appreciate that. It gives me a better understanding, because what I think is interesting is the dynamic of couples that work together doing arts. Both your art, you guys both have some art out there people can go see live, and then you have some other art.
Well, right now we've got a couple different shows going on. We're in Stanford at the Art Affair Gallery, a nice little gallery there.
Cool.
And actually we have a show coming up. Both of us have a show coming up there the 11th. We've got a few pieces at City Arts. What else? We've got Red Light. We've got a couple pieces there.
Mm-hmm.
A couple pieces at Culture Marks. And Tracy's got some of her abstracts at Hastings downtown.
Okay, yeah, I know Tastings. Okay.
And she's got some stuff permanently hanging at the Amway Center that was a big job for her, and it's just recently finished.
Well, yeah. So tell me more about that. I mean,
yeah, there's some pictures in there from the opening. Most of the paintings, they purchased 26 paintings.
Wow.
Most of them are hanging in the Mercedes Lounge on the ground floor, but there's also some on the club level and some in some of the sky boxes.
Fantastic.
Some of those abstracts are down at Tastings now. There was a show of them at City Arts, but it's moved to Tastings.
Mm-hmm.
And, see what else? We have to work at Dexter's. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dexter's.
Okay, Dexter's right. Yeah.
I'm doing 18 live paintings for Golf Channel.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's a current.
They start airing this Thursday.
Oh, wow, cool. So now people can check out your art on the Golf Channel.
On the Golf Channel? Yeah, on the Golf Channel.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, you guys are definitely making things happen in the art world, and I love to talk to people that are making it living doing their passion, and especially when that's art or music.
Able to meet some really amazing people that are promoting art in Orlando. Frankie Messina,
oh yeah,
at Taste Restaurant, is just an amazing guy, and just has been doing so much to promote local art for a long time. Mike McGrath from Pom Poms.
Cool.
Steve Parker's got a show going every month at Red Light. Trey Harris, at the Culture Marks, who was a B-side artist. He does stuff at Milk Bar, Social Chameleon. Blank Space, yeah, Blank Space. I mean, there's just so much going on right now, and we've just been so lucky to be able to work with these people.
Well, you're definitely a part of the burgeoning or resurgence of art here in Orlando, and I'm so glad you guys both were able to take a little bit of time out of your day-to-day and chat with me. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you if they want to?
Both very visible on Facebook.
Okay.
You can keyword search our names, Ralph Verano or Tracy Burke, and we have a website, www.artsmart-online.com.
Badass. Okay, cool. Well, Tracy, Ralph, thank you both so much for being on the JB Web Show. I really appreciate it, and we look forward to continuing to learn from your awesome relationship on how to continue to fix the world a day at a time. So that's a big objective. But well, I'll tell you what, art, music, these things really have a lot of power to transform communities. So you guys are doing a great job, and thanks again for being on the JB Web Show, and I hope we'll catch up with you maybe next season.
All right. Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, so you've been listening to Ralph Verano and Tracy Burke, two dynamic artists here in the Orlando area. I'm posting all their stuff up here, so go check them out, get involved in what they're doing, and we'll be back with a little bit more of the JB Web Show. Just hang tight.